Have you ever wondered why student engagement in school is declining and why teachers are leaving the profession? It turns out, poor discipline in Australian schools could be partly to blame. Today we're taking a look at a new international report that dives deep into the state of education in Australia. Let's start by taking a look at the teacher side of things. The Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development's Education Policy Outlook in Australia report lists teacher turnover and supply challenges as key difficulties for the system. Statistics show that Australia faces a projected deficit of 4,100 high school teachers by 2025. Sadly, since teachers work more than the average hours and receive lower pays, it's no surprise that many teachers are leaving the profession. But it's not just a problem on the teacher side. The OECD report found that the disciplinary climate in schools in Australia was among the least favourable in the OECD. In fact, Australian classrooms rate at -0.2, whereas the OECD average is slightly positive, 0.04. Not only that, but 37% of Australian lower secondary school principals reported that intimidation or bullying among students occurs at least weekly. At the same time, a smaller share of Australian teachers than their peers across the OECD reported feeling prepared for or capable of managing disruptive classroom behaviour, and skipping school is also a problem. A staggering 1 in 3 15-year-olds, 33%, reported to have skipped at least one day of school in the 2 weeks prior to the PISA 2018 test, compared to 1 in 5 21%, on average across the OECD. It's not just about behaviour either. The OECD report found evidence of growing disengagement in the later years of high school, stemming from interruptions to students learning from COVID-19 and climate-related shocks. While Australia remains a high performer in PISA tests, NAPLAN data shows that Indigenous students in Year 3 are around 10 times as likely not to reach national minimum standard than the total student population. This is why the OECD suggests that greater access to early childhood education, particularly for disadvantaged and Indigenous students, could help improve stagnant results in the system, as well as making vocational education and training more attractive and relevant for all students. In response to the report, Jason Clare, the Australian Education Minister, said if you're a child today from a poor family, or from the bush, or you're an Indigenous child, then you're 3 times more likely to fall behind at school. We must turn this around. Let's hope with the right resources and policies, Australian schools will be a better place for both teachers and students. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.